Today on A Commonly Good MTG, it's the top 5 win rate decks of September 2025. Today's the day we're going to take a look at Untapped GG's tiered list, and we're going to represent which decks are reporting as the top 5 for this week on Standard Best of 1. If that sounds interesting to you, then stay tuned to find out more. Hello and welcome to Uncommonly Good MTG. I'm your host, recently voted 2025's most awesomest dude by Top Shelf Honey Magazine, Dr. You Can't Suck It. Yes, thank you. Film before a live studio audience. Thank you so much. You can't suck it. Word to your mama. So I'm broadcasting to you today from my secret underground headquarters, and I'm bringing to you the top 5 win rate decks of September 2025. It's top 5 favorite win, or top 5, what do we say? Top 5 win rate decks day. Top 5 win rate decks day. That sounds right. All right, so yeah, what we're doing is we're trying to find out what are the best decks in Standard Best of 1 meta per Untapped GG's tiered list, which shows the decks that have the best win rates, the ones that do the best job at winning. I'll tell you, I'll give you a sneak peek ahead. If you look back at the deck list from last month, it's the same list. There is no change. Some of the decks have gone up, some of the decks have gone down, but in all reality, the same 5 are in there from last month, and that's a little dull. But we got to report on what the truth is, and that's what we're going to report. So let's start off by taking a look at the list. Here is number 5. All right, playing against Escudo de Carvalho. Escudo de Carvalho. There we go. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. That's a nice curve right there. What is this? I'm going to start off with this. We can hard claw the guy. Well, we don't have any instants or sorceries to pump up the prowess. All right, let's kill the baby maker. I don't need those sticking around. And in we go. Now the question is, does that put us ahead of the game right now? Maybe. We could definitely do a burst lightning, which only does... I gotta pay 5 if I want to do a lot more. Well, that's not great. Or I'll have to kill that guy. Do you have haste as well? Let's smoke the baby maker. Always a problem. Take it in. He's down to 8. We got lots of haste going on. We're playing red against red. He just wants to get that thing out so badly. I mean, all we could do is just play it. Let's just take a look at what we got going on here. Do I need to stay behind? We got 6. He can block now. All right, so that's 1 point I get to throw around, which means we get to kill the baby maker. All right, fine. All right, we still got some blockers. That's good. Let's see what he's got in his hand. Ooh, 4. That is not nice, man. That is not nice at all. If he comes at me, there we go. We can Witchstalker's Frenzy for 5. Does it really matter? All right, either we win or we didn't. We'll see what happens here. I think we win. I mean, sure, he'll be throwing around 4 points of damage, but we got more than enough coming around. And we win. Suck it, suckerfish. Suck it. All right, near and dear to my heart, it's Mono Red Aggro. And I love this particular version of the deck. Lasting, I remember I didn't like the Mono Red Aggros. It was all mouse driven. This one does have a mouse. It's the Emberheart Challenger, but it's only the only mouse that's in here. So good for us. Hired Claw, Lizard. It's a nice variety of guys. Birds, lizards, mice, spirits. So it doesn't feel like we're playing like a tribal. The only good tribal mono red, in my opinion, is Goblin. Right? That's what we got going on. This one is doesn't focus on it too much. It's got a nice amount of prowess built in. Direct damage, a little bit of red control with the lightning strikes and the burst lightnings and the like. Yeah, it's great. I love Shock too. Oh, Witchstalker's Frenzy. I remember the first time I saw this card, I thought, oh, I'm not paying 4 for 5. How ridiculous. But you know what? When you're attacking with a bunch of guys, you're going away and you're only paying 1 for it. Yeah, that is pretty freaking ideal. So altogether, this is a great aggro deck. It's what made me fall in love with Magic cards. And, if you're looking for something to play, even though it's 5th on the list, it is still one of those top shelf honey decks that everyone should have to play at some point. So there you go. One of the best decks then for September. Number 5, it's Mono Red Aggro. All right, playing against Sausan08. Sausan. All right, keep. Hopefully pick up a little bit more mana. That'd be nice. Chocobo. Shaker Bushy Tail. This is going to take some time with the lands we got. And they're great with the landfall guys. But we got to get the landfall guys out to start off with. I'm going to go for red. When it comes, it comes. I like to get that out as early as I can. Let's take it in. There comes that. All right, great. All right, is Tifa the way forward here? Yeah, let's try it. All right, cool. Whatevs. We got to get our 3rd land. All right, we're doing good. We haven't touched anything yet. We're getting bounced around like blue likes to blue. Ooh, I needed to get the Chocobo out. Well, whatevs. Because that way we get the double effects off the Chocobo. What are you really playing? Just chumping? Alright, what else, man? Alright, Chocobo. Let's go ahead and we win. And And we win. Nice. I was trying to build there. Apparently he knew more about his deficiencies than we did. Victory! Alright, so we are with number 4 this month. It's Gruul Landfall. You know, I played this before. I thought it was fantastic. Tonight, I just am struggling very hard with this. The big reason why is that somehow we weren't picking up lands. I mean, there's 26 lands in here. Plus, we have the ability to go fetch lands and look at stuff at the top. Still had a hard time getting lands. I felt like the shuffler was just out to get me. Like I said, when I played with this deck before, I had 0 problems. And World Soul's Rage was fantastic with this deck. I can see why Gruul Landfall was way better than just regular Landfall. But still, I don't know. I had a hard time. It was weird, really strange. I'll tell you, though, the things that are really cool about this deck is the fact that you get out guys that just blossom up the Landfall. So you got the Chocobo there. You got Bristly Bill. Tifa Khalifa, who doesn't keep it. That's her big problem. But I've had my ass kicked by her multiple times. I mean, as long as you can drop like 3 or 4 times, this, you know, like lands, it doesn't take much for her to just blossom out of control. If you get some existing Popo counters on her somehow, yeah, that's even better. I'm not sure how we're getting Popo counters on. Oh, Bristly Bill, that's how. You start slamming them down on Tifa. So that way you could double her power till the end of the turn. And when she has 1, you got a long way to double. But if you can get Bristly Bill to power her up, then going from 4 to 8 on a single land drop, and then from 8 to 16 is fantastic. Plus, you got the doubling powers of the Traveling Chocobo here. Yeah, the synergy between the cards here is great. Like I say, all of this was kind of a problem for me, but it is really about land drop, and these things drop lands like crazy. All right, so there you go. Number 4 for September. It is Gruul Landfall. All right, playing against the Rollin' one. All right, playing it out. Let's just open up, suck his lands out into the space. Here, let's take it out of here. There you go. Suck it. Let's go to Crazy Town. We have the ability to pump. We just got to get some guys out there that can benefit from it. All right, he's got black going on. Pump it in. That would have been nice to get that additional 3 through, but it didn't work out. All right, he's down to 10. We're only doing 2 per turn, 3 per turn. Pump. All right, let's see if we can hold it together. We got to keep our creature. That's the thing. He's got lots of mana. All right, there we go. Winner, winner. Victory dinner. All right, so we are with Boros Burn. Yeah, what's really nice is that Boros Burn is mono-red aggro with just enough white peppered in there to give you the benefits of white, which is pretty much, what is this? You know, like indestructible and double strike. This one gives you a life gain. We got some life gain right there as well. I mean, that's what the deal is, because mono-red is aggro. You got hasty, prowessy kind of guys in here. We got the nice, cheap removal that small removal that red does so well, and we got a little bit of white shook in to just make it that much better. Altogether, it's glorious, which is why I think it did better than mono red aggro. I'm a big fan. I like it quite a bit. Shelter by Ghost was the best card from its set, and it's in here. You should always put it in there. That's a great thing. Screaming Nemesis is interesting. I like the fact that it nips other people's life gain in the butt. Like, even if they just go ahead and try to dodge it, so by saying, yeah, you can just do 3 points of damage or whatever, you can always shock it or something and then do that 2 points of damage to your opponent, keeping them from doing life gain, which then stops the life gain decks from affecting you, which is the worst thing you want to go up against with a mono red. So altogether, it's got a lot of answers. It's still aggro, and it feels really good to play. Number 3 for September, it's Boros Burn. All right, playing against Cake B. Kakeb. Submit. Let's play the standard start. Sanctifier into Essence Chandler. Well, that's disappointing. All right, we're not gaining life based on creatures coming into play, so we just gotta play. All right, have a good time. There you go, fellers. All right, out for 4. Let's get some stuff going here. All right, he's not blocking crap this way. He's not going to attack with the Voice of the Victory. He doesn't want to lose that. Unless he's got some sort of weird pump on him. Yeah, you're the lamest. I have to get rid of 2 things, huh? Oh, I almost touched the wrong one. I thought I was going to pick a target here. All right, we got to be careful about this guy. He's getting kind of kooky with the enchantment up there. Whatever. I got flying baby cakes. And we win! Winner, winner! Victory dinner. All right, here we are with Mono-White Lifegain. I gotta say, this is probably, to me, one of the most, well, I don't want to say the most disgusting decks out there. It's like the Mono-White Soldiers of its time. Everybody plays it. Everybody plays it. And it always plays the same every time. Hinterland Sanctifier comes out on turn 1. Essence Chandler on turn 2. And then Linden on turn 3. And it just goes nuts. We got a lot of control in there. We got backup guys in case the Sanctifier starts going down. And this thing is just coming down on people like crazy. So altogether, I mean, it's a good deck. It's a really good deck. I just wish everybody would stop playing it. But that's me. I'm just the kind of, I like to play aggro decks. I like red, white. I get kind of annoyed with after a while. So there you go. I have to give it credit. It deserves to be where it's at. Number 2 for September, it's Mono-White Lifegain. All right, playing against Crush Television. Crush TV. Oh, what do we got here? Let's just see what we can do. All right, let's go get ourselves some more land, as one does. This will turn our dual land duel, won't it? Oh, I guess it doesn't come straight into play. All right, whatever, man. Whatevs. And we turn off the dog. Let's get it. Wanna. All right, suck it. Room. You got a whole nother one there, huh? All right, that's gonna be bad. That comes in tapped. Let's just play this and see what we can get. Snag. All right, is this too good? I can go get a 3 for that. Means I can go get our baby maker. He's trying so hard. Where are you, my friend? There you are. I don't need the mana. Let's go see if we find some artifacts there. Otherwise, I'll be putting Braided Net down like a suckerfish. All right, something else to sacrifice. All right, I'm going to sack it. We know we have to scroll all the way over to the left. There we go. We got a whole lot of lands. All right, if I want to get another one, we put another thing, costs 2 out. That's fine. Oh, I guess it's us. All right, it'd be great. We can start dropping some stuff. We gotta wait. He's destroying. All right, we're still at 20, though. All artifacts and creature mana value are 2 or less. Unfortunately, that's on my side. I could take that. I don't like the way things have turned on us right now. All right, Braided Net. And we win! Suck it, suckerfish! The deck comes together. All right, so here we are with Jeskai Artifacts. Yeah, I mean, this is a great deck. I really liked it. The thing is, I remember when Synthesizer came out, whatever it was, like 4 sets ago, I thought this was the greatest card. But when it first came out, it was really hard to get this thing activated. It just wasn't ready. I think that they've been seeding the sets afterwards to just make this thing better and better and better. I was really happy to see it come over as the #1 deck, and it's been holding it for quite a while now. So I give it a lot of props for what it is. It's interesting because, yeah, it was Azorius for quite a long time, but the Fire Crystal, which, gives all your creatures haste and is an artifact that costs 3 or more. Yeah, that is fantastic. The real hero here is Repurposing Bay, because it translates the ones, like you put these guys out, and then you go get what you really want. So you get all the effects from the lower artifacts, and then you just keep moving your way up the ladder, making this whole thing like a giant conveyor belt that just works it out. And that's what's great about, you don't have to go get the synthesizer anymore like the old-fashioned way by drawing it, which used to suck. In this case, like a lot of times you'd also try to throw things in the graveyard and bring them back or something. But no, it's Repurposing Bay is what really goes and gets it. So yeah, between the utility of the artifacts you have already and the fact that you could just conveyor belt yourself to better and better things, and then start putting out tons of the synthesizers and then getting tons of dudes out, and they just make each other stronger and stronger and stronger. A little bit of haste, and nobody can stand before the best force in the universe. Let's put it that way. All right, so I love it. It's really great. It's Jeskai Artifacts #1 for September 2025. And here we are with the top 5 decks in Standard for this week in September of 2025. Yeah, like the last part of this deck I put out the last time I put out a top 5 win rate decks, it was like the 9th of August or something. And in that amount of time, it's been like a week and a month. Nothing has changed. I mean, what is it? Boros Burn went up by 2 while Mono Red Aggro went down by 2. I mean, but they're all still in the top 5. We have 3 of them that didn't change positions at all. Jeskai Artifacts, Mono-White Lifegain, and Gruul Landfall. So it's a little bit on the boring side. I mean, I'm still happy, really happy that the decks are fairly different. I mean, Boros Burn and Mono Red Aggro, very similar. Maybe that explains why they're jumping around and changing places or something like that. I remember last time I thought Boros Burn was the better deck. The fact that, that it's gone up while Mono Red Aggro's gone down, it kind of makes sense, at least from my perspective. What's funny is I had a hard time with these decks today. For being top 5 Standard, I had a hard time getting these things going. People just seem to have other things going on, other weird decks that just seem to do a good job of shutting them down. That's the thing when you're playing top decks like this, people know how to fight them, and you're just going to have to suffer through it. Now, the good thing, though, is if you're going to play the ladder, you're going to be playing these same decks. Everybody's playing the top 5, and you're going to go out there and you're just going to grind through it and try to make your way to the top. That's why I don't really like the ladder. I prefer just to play in casual. It's a little Wild West. You got some interesting stuff going on, and you don't have to worry about when you're losing that you're losing for no particular reason. But anyways, they're good. They're good. I like reporting things out month by month, but when they're the exact same decks, it gets a little dull. Anyways, there you go. We reported it out. Top 5 for September 2025. Jeskai Artifacts, Mono-White Lifegain, Boros Burn, Gruul Landfall, and lastly, Mono Red Aggro. If you decide to play with any of these decks, I hope that you have as much fun with them as I did. All right, that's all for now. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to like and subscribe. From all of us here in the secret underground headquarters of Uncommonly Good MTG, have a great day. See you next time, Space Cowboys. Later.